Hi, I'm Ben Hink. I'm a senior solutions consultant at Baker Hill. Well, what's really cool about when I applied for my role at Baker Hill is I was actually a client at that time. So I had a lot of experience with Baker Hill, with a lot of the employees. That experience really made it easy for me to transition into my role at Baker Hill. As a solutions consultant, we work with the sales team, with specific sales reps, to present Baker Hill's solutions to prospective and current clients. During the sales process, the solutions consultant is actually one of the faces of Baker Hill, so it's a really visible role. I was actually told that during the hiring process that you will be front and center with the clients, really from the beginning stages of the relationship, and so it's really important to understand that and be comfortable with being that face of Baker Hill. The possibility of travel is definitely there. Different factors are going to control how much travel there actually is, and really it depends on the clients themselves, whether they're comfortable with us being on site, whether they want us to be on site with them, and that's going to help deepen the relationship between the client and Baker Hill. Some clients are going to prefer us being virtual, and that's okay too. So it really does vary from week to week. Certain weeks I might be on the road 3 or 4 days. Other weeks I'll be in my home office all week, working on internal stuff, prep work, etc. So it really varies from week to week. What I like best about being a solutions consultant is there is no typical day. Every day is different. So there may be days where I'm doing 3 or 4 solutions workshops with current and prospective clients. There might be other days where I've got a lot of internal work to do. There's projects to work on, there's internal meetings, there might be liaising with the salesperson on an ongoing deal. So really every day is different. It's hard to kind of break it down and say this is the typical day. But hey, that's exactly what I like about this role, is that it changes every day. You never really know what you're gonna get, so it keeps it interesting. Having banking experience, I believe, is helpful. I came from a banking background, so I know how much that enabled me to onboard quicker at Baker Hill. I don't believe it's 100% necessary. We can teach you about banking if that's a requirement. However, that said, a lot of employees at Baker Hill do have banking experience, so I think that mixture of internal and external experience when it comes to banking is really beneficial. I've often been asked by people who aren't familiar with Baker Hill if my job gets boring or monotonous because you do demos all day, right? That's what you do, and it's the same software and it's got to be the same kind of job. But what's cool about the role is that every financial institution, every client that we work with is unique. So there's going to be differences in what we show, how we show it, how we prepare for that particular client. And it all depends on understanding them and gaining a deep understanding of where they are now and where they envision themselves to be. So that's how we keep things from getting monotonous, by making every interaction unique. In this role, time management and juggling a calendar are the most challenging things that I've encountered. I never really had to deal with that in my previous roles, my career to date. So really living with a calendar, understanding how to manage your own time, and that's one thing about a solutions consultant role, is that you do manage your own time. Having time to recover, knowing what you can and can't do, and especially knowing when to call in other resources, knowing when you don't know something or need assistance and saying, hey, it's okay to ask for help. All of those things were challenging for me at the beginning, but I've really come to embrace them. And with all the challenges that I faced, I've had a strong team behind me. No one at Baker Hill wants to see anyone fail. So if you ask for help, it's going to be there. For anyone thinking about the solutions consultant role, I would say approach it with an open mind. There's a lot of components to the role, so I think no matter what that individual's background is, they're going to find some way to connect it to the solutions consultant role. These are skills that you can learn, but if you have experience with those, I think those are some things that you should probably bring to that role. That would be some advice that I would give. For me, the most rewarding part about being a solutions consultant is being able to see the impact I have on the company. I'm an integral part of the sales process, and I'm rewarded for that. I'm recognized for the role that I play. It feels really good to be recognized.